This video is part of a class project. The information covered was collected with the sole purpose to expand our understanding of the effects of the different exercises in the body. The information that will be discussed next is not a professional opinion, nor are the techniques shown to be taken seriously. This is a tutorial video of the Olympic lift by Annette Escobedo. The Olympic lift is a weightlifting style of exercise in which athletes compete in lifting a barbell loaded with plates from the ground to overhead, with each athlete trying to successfully lift the exercise. In this exercise, the major muscles and joints and movements that are necessary to complete this form correctly are going to be the gluteus maximus, the hamstrings, quadriceps, calves, and the trapezius and deltoids. All these muscles work together for the body to completely complete the 4 steps of a clean and jerk or a clean and snatch. The gluteus maximus is the largest muscle in the glutes, which helps with the hip extension of the deadlift part first of the lift. The hamstrings control and help aid the knee stability, and as well the hip extensors after performing the second lift of the exercise. The quadriceps help strengthen the form, providing a strength of energy, and is used as quadricep muscles to expand and settle the knees as the lift is being performed. The calves provide the necessary movements to ensure of the jump that is needed to hold that power of the exercise. The trapezius and deltoids are necessary in the overhead and snatch performance when you clean the bar. As shown here, this is the first step. You want to ensure that when you're performing the deadlift, that your arms and legs are shoulder width apart. As well, you want to ensure you have a perpendicular back with your perpendicular neck, and make sure that your neck doesn't move while performing the lift. And as well, ensuring that your hip is extended outside of your body while performing it at a 90 to 120 degrees. And this is in a different view of how a deadlift is performed. You can see that your knees don't go over your toes, and you want to make sure the bar is closest to your shins. As we perform a snatch, you want to ensure that you're deadlifting with the little power jump. As this is an experienced exercise for me, I just used a bar, and it's not as necessarily the best it could be. And this is the full movement that is known as the clean and snatch with an overhead press. As well as in Olympic lift variations, there's the clean and press and the clean and jerk. Although both movements are necessarily the same, there's a slight difference in how these exercises are performed in the later phases of it. In the quick lift, the lifter snaps the hip of the overhead rather than either severe squeezing or push pressing. Although the spotless period of the development is almost indistinguishably from the perfect stage in the clean and press, as both movements are incorporated and are spotless, are performed in 2 different ending stops, and as well as how they contrast. As you can see in the image below, you can see how the starting points are both a deadlift start, but as you can see, when a clean and jerk requires a split stance, a clean and press requires you to snatch it with a squat performance and then overhead the lift. As well, some common mistakes and tips that are necessary to ensure that an athlete doesn't mess up with this exercise that at times can be dangerous if it is performed incorrectly, is always as well as the inconsistent step up, yanking on the bar, and not staying over the bar. When it's an inconsistent setup, necessarily means your position and your arrangement of your body as you're starting the first step of the exercise. And as for yanking on the bar, it can either be on the arm pulling, your position off the floor, and as well the force you are prompting on the clean. As well, yanking on the bar can affect when you have to perform that little jump on the clean and jerk. And not standing over the bar is necessarily over the position and the weight of the body. That can cause error of the form. And lastly, these are going to be the citations that I used to research my video, and as well trying to gain an experience of how to perform a clean and jerk exercise, which is going to be which during this project is how I, for the first time, I learned how to do it in the gym, and it was a fun experience. Thank you for listening to my video.